just want to send my love to you. I just want to connect this morning. I have been feeling all over the place. And I want to just reach out and connect my energy. I feel like I'm on the brink of something, and I don't know what it is. I feel you close. And I don't know why I'm all twirled up in my head, but I am. And I don't even know what I need to do, but I know that you do. Orion no koi, tae akaro o tāriana aena na ki ataro oro, 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 oro kumanana ki ata. Oyo kurumiana ki atara I ki atai ki ataro kona. Are ki anano kumana ki ataro ko sotoro mana ki atai ki. Atoro mana. Aro kona na yero oro nana ki ataro kona. Oro koni anakoso. Sending my grounding to Mother Earth with my love and my appreciation, my gratitude. Thank you for holding me, Mother Earth. Thank you for holding me. Thank you for holding me in your arms. Aro tora na ki atai ataro na ki atai toyo no na ki ana na koro na ka. Ari ana koro na ki atara kotoro konane ana ki. Horo koro nana ara konane ana ki ataro na kaiki. Aro taki ano si atado korona taki. Hore ana ki ataro oso kai ki ata. Hara ki ataro kona ari ki ataro kototoro komana. Ara kona ari ana koraka. I reach to the people of Orion. Oro ni ana ki ataro kota. I reach to all who hear me, all who love me, who know my heart, who know my vibration, my frequency. Ora kai ni kia e taero na katetia todo oro ana na ki ni ana koti ai ki ariana ki atata ariana na kata ira kanananta. Oriana ki ata sokoroti ana ki. Ariana kotoro nana ki atari ata koto sokotoro. You are right, dear one, when you spoke this morning of the change of the seasons and the shortening of the days. This does indeed have an effect upon people. The more sensitive to energy that one is, the more likely there will be affected by the change that goes on to Mother Earth as her positioning to the sun is adjusted and changes. This creates an energetic frequency of change that is different. It is not a bad thing. It is something that requires adjusting to utilizing your intention. Use your intention, dear one, that your frequency in the moment is exactly where it needs to be for those beings who would speak through you to come through. Ooh. Surrender, dear one, surrender. Ooh. Yes, indeed, dear one. Ask your questions. Ask. You seek to know if you are on the right path. You are feeling that there are things you should be doing. You feel that somehow you are not utilizing the gift that we are as we come through you with our knowings and our wisdom, and you worry that you do not share it in as grand a fashion as you should. And you know, the minute that word comes through, you know that we do not resonate with the frequency of should. That is a human perspective, that is a human judgment. It is a judgment, Kelly, for when you sit in the present moment and you are looking between two things and you say, I should do this, I should not do that. And no thought is taken by what you feel about doing either of those things. You don't give any thought to that. You let the programming of whatever role you are playing, are you the worker, are you the wife, are you the housekeeper, the mother, what is your role in this moment? What is your role, and what are the shoulds that I should do in this moment? And so that is how you make your decision. You have been gifted, you say to yourself. You have this flow of information from non-physical that can come through you. And there must, of course, be a checklist of shoulds. You should do this and that for the world. And yet, when you sit in the quiet and you open your heart, you know that the only should is in your relationship with you. We have expressed this to you and through you so many times and in so many ways. That in itself is not a judgment, just an observation, an invitation for you to absorb. We invite you to absorb the knowing, Kelly, to let it be part of who you are. We show you within your mind the knots of the programming. Untie the knots and become free, dear one. It does not matter what you do in a day. It does not matter what you create. It doesn't matter what you accomplish. You, dear one, are living a moment. You are living a moment of oneness, of connectedness, of love. If that is your truth, you indeed have accomplished the greatest thing any human can in any given moment. When you learn to live moment by moment in that energy of seeing the world at large, like people playing out, actors on the stage, when you see that and you feel the love and the compassion and the knowing and what is the word they're trying? The perfection. Yes, dear one, the perfection that everyone is exactly where they need to be, including you, including all of the experiences that are in your life, dear one. You speak of the challenge of melding all that you know with your own humanity, with living the teachings, the truths that are brought through to you. And we say to you, dear, dear girl, that we have no more expectations or rules or need for you than we do anyone else in the world. You are invited. You are on a beautiful, energetic journey, and you live your life and you experience. You experience and you reflect. Just like when you're thinking about the experience you had several days ago and you felt bored and a little judgy in your mind, and you didn't like how you felt, and then you felt angry with yourself, Kelly. You were angry at yourself that you could not get that higher self perspective in that moment. And you were mad at yourself because you did it. And darling girl, that is the programming. The programming that if you don't get it just right somehow you're not worthy of love. And that is simply not true. It is simply not true. You are loved perfectly in this moment. You and all are loved perfectly in this moment. In the sheer fact that you look at situations in your life and you reflect upon them and you make adjustments in your thinking, and then next time you maybe will do a little bit different. But that energy of judgment, self-judgment, is so powerful, Kelly. It keeps you separate from who you are supposed to be. And yes, we said the word supposed to. And you know that there is no have-tos. The truth of who you are invited to be. Any given moment, finding the joy, the resonance in a moment, what feels good to you, what makes your heart expand. That is the purpose of your life. To do that in any activity on this planet, it matters not. You, darling girl, are judging. You're judging one activity against another, one being more somehow pious in your programmed mind. Somehow this is, you're using your time for the betterment of others, and somehow that makes it better. That makes you feel like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing when there is no supposed to. Are you checking in with yourself and saying, Kelly Colleen, are you happy? In this moment, are you happy? When you think about the trips that are on your agenda, don't hold them up to anyone's idea, including yours, of the supposed tos. See them with the excitement, see them with the absolute knowing that it's all working out for the highest good. And the experience will be so rich and so beautiful to spend time with like-minded people to bring us through in the way that you were able to do and can do anytime. But when you have people with you, it was so rich and so juicy. And that is exactly what you are intended to do, my darling girl. What feels fun? What gets you excited? It's going to be awesome and lovely and wonderful and perfect in whatever way it plays out. It's going to be perfect. And you can just let all the fun come to you, because that is the way it has worked from the beginning of this journey. You know that to be true. You know that to be true. Do you have any questions for us, Kelly? Is there anything I need to know right now? Is there anything that you specifically need me to know right now? These words, when you ask, is there something that you need to hear? This indeed, dear one, this is what you need to hear. You are living your life exactly right. If you are in a hot mess at this time and disruptions are boiling over and there are financial problems and health problems and problems of the spirit and problems of the family and on it goes, you can be joyful. You can find the way to the knowing that you are on the brink. You are on the brink. You are on the brink to the level of knowing, the level of understanding that none of that is real. That is so difficult for you. We understand it is more than most want to hear, for it seems very real in the moment as the bills pile up and the problems rage around your head. But there is the eye of the storm, dear one. That is where we are. There is the peace in the middle of it all that you do not need to move out of. You can claim that peace. You can claim the peace of knowing that in this moment I will do what I can do, whatever that may be. I shan't spend this moment fretting about other moments, for I have no power in those moments. But in this moment, in this moment I have power. And with the simple settling into my heart and taking the sacred breath and just knowing you are seen, you are loved, you are held, you are perfect in this moment. If even for a fleeting glimpse you get that energy, you are on your way, for it will call you again. You have indeed been feeling disrupted. There is much to do with the energy of your world, dear one. But it is also part of your personal journey. When you speak of the due north, being on that path in the exact direction of the coaxing of your higher self, it indeed is the path of ease and joy. We do not say there is not effort and work occasionally, but it is joyful effort and joyful work, rich with passion and excitement, or even ease, rich with the ease of the moment, the peace and the quiet of the moment. It is not all bells and whistles, dear one. You can be on your journey with the knowing that it is all perfect in this moment. You are loved, you are loved, you are loved, dear ones.